Welcome to CryptoChicks Corner, an educational podcast to teach you the basics of blockchain technology and how to harness it to start or expand your own business. CryptoChicks is a nonprofit organization on a mission to grow the professional and leadership potential of women in blockchain and artificial intelligence. I'm your host, Ashley Spradlin, and welcome to our corner. All right, let's get into DeFi, decentralized finance. In this episode, we'll talk about what it means and why it can be helpful. But first, one more time for the people in the back, please remember none of this is financial advice. If you're hoping I'll tell you where to invest your money for big returns, you've come to the wrong place. CryptoChicks' mission is to give you the education and tools to empower yourself on your financial journey. We want you to know how to do your own research on what is and isn't a wise investment for your future. We'll provide some context for understanding so you can apply what you've learned to make informed decisions. I'd like to start this episode by saying learning about the world of Web3 and crypto can feel like you're learning a foreign language. If you don't already have a background in financial markets, the learning curve is even steeper for you to wrap your head around all the terms and what they can effectively mean for your wallet. It's important to me that you understand I am learning too, and while there are some incredible resources and brilliant minds in this space, it's new to all of us. We're all building this and learning as we go collectively. So don't count yourself out from the start because it takes time to fully process all you're taking in. So, DeFi, short for decentralized finance, is basically making you your own bank. In traditional finance, a centralized entity, a bank, controls your funds and access to financial services like savings, borrowing and lending, investing, or just keeping your assets safe. You pay fees for using these management services. The bank keeps ledgers or records of your accounts which detail your transactions and balances. Your funds are insured up to a certain amount, though you might be surprised to learn banks are not required to actually hold all the money from their deposits in reserve. So it's not necessarily true that you can go to a bank at any time and withdraw all of your funds immediately. You can send and receive money, but sometimes these services take a few to several days or otherwise are unavailable depending on the part of the world you're in. You do have a customer service team you can call. If you get locked out of your online account or if you see a suspicious transaction on your statement, a representative can usually help you sort it out. In our economy to this point, credit and access to financial services have been a keystone in social identity, credibility, and mobility. Without a solid reputation with creditors and access to financial services, you'll be hard-pressed to buy a home, a car, or honestly even rent an apartment. In episode 3, I explained how the Federal Reserve controls banking and the circulation of fiat currency in the United States. So for a little background on its security and influence on the economy, check out the episode called What is Cryptocurrency? Decentralized finance is just like it sounds. Financial services offered in a decentralized marketplace. Remember that decentralized means it isn't owned or governed by one entity. Instead of bankers behind the scenes, in decentralized finance, smart contracts automate transactions on a blockchain, and the ledger is public. Think of the comparison between traditional finance and DeFi like eating out at a restaurant. In the traditional finance restaurant, you need approval to get a reservation. Then you wait to be seated. Someone comes to your table to take your order. You choose from the set menu, and you wait until your food arrives, hopefully not too long after you ordered it. You pay your bill plus a tip for the service. Eating out in DeFi is a little more like a buffet. You walk in, you choose your own seat, you fix your own plate with whatever food from the spread you'd like, and there's no waiting or approval process involved. Your bill is cheaper because you served yourself, you just compensate the people who prepared the food and set it out for you to choose from. DeFi means no one is preventing you from accessing financial services. Using them is cheaper and faster than in traditional finance, and the keeper and controller of your funds is you. That's the good news and the bad news of it all. You are responsible for your funds, which is liberating, but maybe if you're not sure of what's going on in DeFi or having a crypto wallet is new for you, it's also terrifying. There's no one to call if you make a mistake. There's no customer service line. You are your own bank. DeFi exists to give power back to the people. Its mission is to provide a permissionless space where anyone can join an economy that is governed by the users and operates in a transparent and secure space. When I say secure, it's important to clarify I'm referring to the security of a decentralized blockchain. That's not to say there are not risks in DeFi, but we'll get into that in a moment. Let's start by explaining a few terms and options you can choose from on the DeFi buffet. Storing or holding. Sometimes referred to in the crypto space as hodling, holding, same thing. Users buy crypto and hold it. They keep it. Some users do this as a hedge against inflation or a way to diversify their investment portfolio. They may have a long game in mind where they're really bullish on a project and want to hold on to those tokens or coins for a while. Bullish means you're really optimistic about its price and potential and you think the numbers are going up. They may want to store their wealth in a savings account that offers a higher interest rate than traditional accounts. Pooltogether.com is a great site to check out if you'd like to look into a crypto savings account. Or they may just want to have their funds under their own control. Trading is just like it sounds. Buying one cryptocurrency and selling it in a shorter turnaround period, ideally at a profit. There's a lot of risk and a lot of research involved in trading. For every user who makes big gains, there are several more who lose their bag. You can use decentralized exchanges like NetSwap or KuCoin to buy and sell crypto. Staking. There are a couple of mechanisms for securing a blockchain: proof of work and proof of stake. Bitcoin uses proof of work to provide consensus through computation power, and miners, as they're called, get rewards for solving the computations that keep the blockchain secure. Ethereum uses proof of stake to incentivize validators to maintain a secure network by holding some of their funds and providing them with rewards. If that was really confusing to you, there are a lot of nuances here, so try not to worry about that for right now. Depending on the platform you use, you can put your funds into a staking pool with other users, lock in those funds for a certain period of time, or have more flexible withdrawal options and earn rewards for providing your funds to secure a network. Binary DAO and Tethys Finance on the Midas network offer staking to users. Yield farming is when you provide liquidity for a project. You offer up your funds to a pool to facilitate exchanges and other network activities, and you receive liquidity tokens in return for providing the funds. These rewards come from transaction fees and interest. It's important you pay attention to the value of the tokens in the liquidity pools when you yield farm. You may receive 1,000% APY returns in a specific token in exchange for your liquidity, but if the price of that token tanks, so does the value of your reward. There's some nuance here in understanding how liquidity pools work, so I'm going to leave that for a future episode. For now, know that you can check out Beefy Finance on the Midas network if you want to learn more about yield farming. Borrowing and lending. DeFi borrowing and lending works similarly to traditional finance, but without the intermediary. Users can perform peer-to-peer transactions, where a lender deposits currency to a lending platform, like Agora on the Midas network. Borrowers can then obtain crypto loans after putting up collateral, then pay back the loans with interest and receive their collateral back. Lenders receive their funds back with interest. To learn more about any of these DeFi mechanisms, check out the Weekly Wisdom episode that I'll link in the show notes for a crash course explanation of these mechanisms and how you can use them on the Midas network. While there are scams and rug pulls in crypto, a lot of risk can be mitigated by doing your own research. P.S. A rug pull is when a project pumps up the value of their token, then cashes out and runs away with the money. It happens. Read the documentation on a project's website. Ask questions in their social channels. If no one responds, that's a red flag. Find a new place to put your money. Take it slow and dip your toe in one or two DeFi pools before diving into the deep end. It's easy to get tempted by the claims of juicy APYs and a token going to the moon, but Web3 is not meant to be a get-rich-quick scheme. It's a revolution. It's here to give you the freedom to choose. Thanks so much for listening to this episode of CryptoChicks Corner. I hope it was helpful. Be sure to subscribe to our podcast so you're notified when we release new episodes to build on what you just learned. We would love for you to take a moment to rate and review the show to help us serve more entrepreneurs. And remember that anyone can join our CryptoChicks Academy to take courses from experts in the field, and our hatchery can help you transform your business idea into a well-funded startup. Check out our show notes to get started, and we look forward to seeing you shine. This podcast wouldn't be possible without the support of our incredible sponsors. Women of Crypto is an NFT avatar collection that's the first of its kind, 3D rendered, and meant to represent the diversity and beauty of every single woman in the world. Their efforts are invested to bridge the gender gap and inspire and invigorate more women to participate in the world of crypto. Women of Crypto is a Metatora project, and we're so proud to partner with them. We also want to thank Metis. Metis is an Ethereum Layer 2 optimistic rollup platform to help you launch into the Web3 economy. Their platform harnesses the security and decentralization strengths of the Ethereum network with the added benefit of fast, low-cost transactions, native storage, and a user-friendly interface to make deploying your project simple and stress-free. Whether you're expanding projects in decentralized finance, NFTs, gaming, community, or you want to take your Web2 business to the next level, Metis is the platform for you.